Have you ever doubted yourself, hesitated to take a step, or held back because you felt, I'm not capable? Many of us struggle with self-doubt, letting fear, criticism, and past failures define what we can or cannot do. Today, we are going to explore how believing in yourself is the key to unlocking your true potential and achieving the life you dream of. Imagine a young artist staring at a blank canvas, convinced that their work will never be good enough. Friends and family offer advice, and critics voice doubt, yet the greatest obstacle is the voice within the one saying, you can't do this. Many of us face similar moments, opportunities blocked, dreams paused, potential unfulfilled, all because we fail to believe in ourselves. Now, imagine that same artist taking a single brushstroke, trusting in their own ability, and then another. With each stroke, confidence grows, ideas flow, and the canvas transforms. What was once empty becomes a masterpiece. This is the power of self-belief. It is the spark that turns hesitation into action, doubt into courage, and dreams into reality. Today, we will explore why believing in yourself is not optional, it is essential, and how it can transform your life from ordinary to extraordinary. Self-belief is the invisible force that shapes every action, every decision, and every outcome in life. Without it, even the most talented individuals struggle to realize their potential, while those with modest abilities but strong confidence often achieve extraordinary results. Self-belief is not arrogance. It is the quiet inner knowing that you have the capacity to learn, grow, and succeed. It gives you the courage to take the first step even when the path is uncertain or the outcome unknown. Consider the story of Ravi, a young man who dreamed of becoming an entrepreneur. He had ideas, ambition, and energy, but every time he tried to take action, self-doubt crept in. He worried about failure, criticism, and the possibility of making mistakes. For months, he hesitated, watching others succeed while remaining stuck. Then one day, he realized that waiting for certainty would never bring success. He decided to trust himself, to act on his abilities, and to move forward despite fear. The first attempt was not perfect, but the act of starting reinforced his confidence. Step by step, he began to build momentum, solve problems, and grow into the person capable of achieving his dream. Self-belief also transforms challenges into opportunities. Life is unpredictable, filled with obstacles and setbacks. Those who believe in themselves do not see failure as a verdict. They see it as feedback, a chance to learn, adapt, and improve. When you trust your own abilities, you are less swayed by external judgment and more resilient in the face of adversity. You are willing to take risks, experiment, and embrace growth because you understand that your capacity to succeed lies within your belief, not in external validation. Moreover, self-belief fuels initiative. When you are confident in your potential, you don't wait for permission, perfect conditions, or external encouragement. You take responsibility for your actions, make decisions proactively, and create opportunities rather than waiting for them. This inner conviction becomes a magnet for success. It attracts mentors, resources, and situations that reinforce your growth. Self-belief is also contagious. When you act with confidence, it inspires those around you. Teams, families, and communities respond to the energy of someone who trusts themselves, creating an environment of encouragement, support, and possibility. In this way, believing in yourself not only transforms your own life, but positively impacts everyone you interact with. Ultimately, self-belief is the foundation of all achievement because it shapes your mindset, directs your actions, and sustains your persistence. Without it, even the most brilliant ideas remain unrealized. With it, ordinary individuals can achieve extraordinary outcomes. It is the inner compass that guides you through uncertainty, fuels your courage, and turns dreams into reality. Every thought you have, every word you speak to yourself shapes the way you experience the world. The human mind is incredibly powerful, and much of the life we lead is a reflection of the conversations we have within our own minds. When your inner voice is critical, doubtful, or fearful, it limits your potential. When your inner voice is encouraging, supportive, and confident, it expands your possibilities. Belief in yourself begins here with the way you think and talk to yourself every single day. Consider the story of Nisha, a young student preparing for her final exams. Every day, she would sit with her books, but her inner voice constantly whispered, "You're not smart enough. You'll never pass. Others are better than you." As a result, she procrastinated, avoided challenging topics, and approached each day with anxiety. One day, a mentor advised her to change the way she spoke to herself. Instead of saying, "I can't," she would say, "I will try. I'm capable of learning." At first, it felt awkward, almost meaningless, but over time, her mindset shifted. She approached her studies with focus, resilience, and courage. The inner voice she had trained became her ally, guiding her towards success rather than holding her back. The inner voice shapes reality because it determines how you interpret events. Two people can face the same challenge. One sees it as a threat, the other as an opportunity. The difference lies in the internal narrative. A positive inner dialogue builds confidence, fuels motivation, and enhances problem solving, while a negative inner dialogue creates fear, indecision, and self-doubt. When you consciously choose to speak to yourself with belief, encouragement, and kindness, you create an internal environment that supports growth, learning, and achievement. Moreover, the inner voice affects behavior. If you tell yourself you are capable, you take risks, embrace challenges, and persist when things get tough. If you tell yourself you are incapable, you hesitate, procrastinate, and avoid opportunities. The results of your actions, therefore, reflect the nature of your self-talk. By nurturing a voice of belief, you essentially program yourself for success. It is important to remember that the inner voice can be trained. Just as we practice skills, exercise the body, or learn new knowledge, we can consciously practice thinking and speaking in ways that empower rather than limit us. Affirmations, self-reflection, and mindfulness are tools to strengthen this inner voice. Over time, it becomes automatic, a steady source of guidance, encouragement, and reassurance that reinforces your belief in yourself even when external circumstances are challenging. Your inner voice shapes your reality because it governs your thoughts, emotions, decisions, and actions. By cultivating an inner dialogue of belief, encouragement, and positivity, you create a life where challenges become opportunities, setbacks become lessons, and your potential becomes visible. The first step to believing in yourself is to listen carefully to the words you speak to your own heart and mind, and to choose those that empower you. Fear is one of the most natural emotions we experience. It is a signal from the mind and body that something is uncertain, unknown, or risky. Yet, fear becomes a barrier when it prevents us from taking action, from stepping into growth, and from believing in our own abilities. Belief in yourself is inseparable from courage, the willingness to act despite fear. Every person who has achieved greatness has faced fear, but what set them apart was their decision to move forward in spite of it. Consider the story of Arjun, a young professional who dreamt of starting his own business. The idea excited him, but fear held him back. What if I fail? What if I lose money? What if people laugh at me? He asked himself every day. The fear was real, but Arjun realized that letting fear dictate his actions would guarantee one outcome: stagnation. Slowly, he decided to act not without fear, but with it. He prepared, took small steps, sought guidance, and gradually built confidence. Every time he confronted fear and acted anyway, his self-belief grew stronger. He began to understand that fear is not the opposite of courage, it is the proving ground for it. Fear often masquerades as logic. It convinces us that we are not ready, not talented enough, or not deserving. Yet, those who believe in themselves recognize that readiness comes through action, talent develops through practice, and self-worth is realized through effort. Acting despite fear is not recklessness. It is faith in your own ability to navigate challenges and learn along the way. Each step taken in courage reinforces the inner belief that you are capable of more than you imagined. Overcoming fear also shifts your perspective on failure. When you face fear with belief in yourself, failure becomes a lesson, not a catastrophe. You learn that fear is temporary, but the growth, knowledge, and resilience you gain are lasting. Every time you confront fear, you are proving to yourself that you are stronger, more resourceful, and more capable than your doubts suggest. Belief and fear are intimately connected. The more you cultivate trust in your own abilities, the less paralyzing fear becomes. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the choice to act in alignment with your purpose despite it. Those who believe in themselves embrace challenges, take risks, and face uncertainty because they know that growth and achievement lie on the other side of fear. Overcoming fear is a sign of belief because it demonstrates that your trust in yourself is greater than your apprehension. Each time you step forward despite fear, you reinforce your inner confidence, proving that your potential is far larger than your limitations, and that belief in yourself is the most powerful force guiding your actions, shaping your life, and opening doors to possibilities you never imagined. Belief in yourself is not a one-time decision. It is nurtured through persistent action. Confidence grows when you continue to try, even when the results are not immediate. Every small effort, every step forward, reinforces the idea that you are capable, resilient, and deserving of success. Persistence is the bridge between potential and achievement, and it is the proving ground for self-belief. Consider the story of Samir, a young athlete who dreamed of running a marathon. At first, he struggled to complete even short distances. His body ached, his mind doubted, and failure seemed inevitable. Many would have quit, reasoning that perhaps this dream was beyond them. But Samir persisted. Every day, he ran a little farther, trained a little harder, and focused on improving himself rather than comparing to others. Over months, his endurance grew, his confidence strengthened, and he began to trust in his own ability. When the marathon day arrived, what once seemed impossible became reality because of persistent effort fueled by belief in himself. Persistence also helps transform setbacks into learning experiences. Life will always present obstacles, disappointments, and moments when giving up seems easier than moving forward. Those who believe in themselves view these moments differently. They see challenges as opportunities to learn, failures as feedback, and delays as part of the growth process. Each act of persistence becomes a proof point. I tried, I endured, and I am capable of more than I thought. This repeated reinforcement gradually builds unshakable self-belief. The power of persistence lies not only in achieving goals, but in the process of becoming stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Every challenge overcome, every difficulty endured, and every obstacle faced with determination sends a powerful message to the mind. You are capable. You can handle this. Over time, the accumulation of these victories, however small, solidifies belief in yourself far more effectively than any external validation or encouragement ever could. Persistence also transforms fear and doubt. When you act consistently despite uncertainty or hesitation, fear loses its power. You begin to trust your ability to navigate challenges and overcome difficulties. This trust is not theoretical, it is practical, born from experience. the more you persist, the more proof you have that you can rely on yourself, and the more natural self-belief becomes. Belief in yourself is not static, it is cultivated and reinforced through consistent action. Persistence multiplies self-belief because each step taken, each obstacle faced, and each effort made is a testament to your capability, resilience, and determination. Over time, you no longer need external reassurance. Your own persistence becomes the foundation of confidence, shaping your actions, decisions, and the life you are capable of creating. Believing in yourself is not just a motivational idea, it is the foundation of every achievement, the spark that transforms dreams into reality. Life will always challenge you, fill your mind with doubt, and test your courage. But the person who trusts in their own abilities refuses to be limited by fear, criticism, or failure. Every step you take, every challenge you face, and every small victory you earn reinforces the truth that you are capable of more than you imagine. Look within yourself today. Are you waiting for external validation, or are you ready to trust your own potential? Are you letting fear, doubt, or past setbacks define what is possible, or are you stepping forward with courage, persistence, and conviction? Self-belief is not about knowing everything or never failing. It is about acting despite fear, persisting despite challenges, and trusting that you can grow, learn, and succeed. Remember, the greatest achievements begin with a single choice: to believe in yourself. When you nurture that belief, listen to your inner voice, confront fear with courage, and persist through challenges, you unlock a life of purpose, confidence, and extraordinary possibility. Make that choice today and watch as your world transforms, one act of belief at a time.